Welcome, everyone. Now let's take a look at the Bulls. Opening lineup. Skinny is out there with White. And it's Vucevic. Then there's Lights Out. And it's Dean in at the 4 slot. And for the Heat, AI is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then it's Tyler Hero. Then there's the captain. And it's Adebayo in at the 5. Home in the paint. Getting closer to midpoint of the season, Brent. What should coaches be thinking about at this time of the year?
Well, this is a time when teams can start to lose a little bit of focus. So how does a coach keep the team fresh? Looking at different ways in which you might involve a different play, a different scheme. That helps the players kind of revolve around new ideas. When a player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
And White kicks to Lee. There's the pass to Vucevic. Shoots over Hero. Basket good.
And that's the 7-foot difference for Vucevic. Tough defense, contact. It doesn't do enough to throw off his ability to make that shot.
Here's the captain. He dishes it to AI. Here's the captain to the inside. Wiggins. Vucevic with the block.
Well timed by Vucevic. Not a center who piles up blocks, but this guy picks his spots.
And here are the Bulls now. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. And a wide open look for Lee. Drains the three-pointer.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
And the coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Here's the captain. Last time out, he had 13 points. White with it. Now defended by Adebayo. White against Adebayo. And the Bulls, another 3.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The captain passes to Hero. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. Wiggins against White. Lee outside. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass. The Heat trail by 7. Wiggins outside. Here's the captain. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Shot to stop the run. And it's White with the rebound.
Yeah, you won't see him miss many dunks unless you've got somebody right in his face, as was the case there on that possession.
Now here's Vucevic. His last outing, 16 points for him.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
Hey, Greg, to touch on the Bulls for a moment, defense has been an emphasis for them.
It has, and they went through several years playing subpar D, and it cost them. They began to turn things around a couple seasons ago, and it has served them well.
Here's White. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. With some arc. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Miami trailing. Now, Hero. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. GA, the three-point shooting for Miami has been the storm. Sometimes they run cold like a lot of teams. Man, when they're hot, they are fun to watch.
A couple years back, Kevin, they led the league in percentage from long distance. Last season, one of the worst in that category until the playoffs, where they rediscovered that shooting touch.
And the first one drops.
And Hero, one of those guys who just rely on coming in and giving you that offensive pop. He does a lot of things for his team on that end of the floor.
Chicago drops them both.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
From the arc. No good that time. Here's Chicago. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Pass to Andrews. And it's AI with the rebound.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Now, here's AI. Hasn't made one yet. 2 points. That one goes.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game. And they've scored several times already here in the first quarter on the inside.
Passes to Wiggins. Here's the captain. Pass to Adebayo. Wiggins against White. Just 5 to shoot. And it's Wiggins missing.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Bulls will retain possession. And let's take this opportunity to show you the most productive rookie rebounders of the last 10 games. You look at Lee, no doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
He's been playing some very determined basketball here lately. It's showing in those rebounding numbers.
And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. White with it. Now defended by Wiggins. White the pass to Dean. Clock at 6. Tipped away and stolen by Wiggins. There's Hero with the full. Hero's got a couple of threes now in the first with the Heat.
Tyler Hero ready to pull the trigger at any time.
And the first timeout of the game called for Chicago. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of Miami.
Well, in that one, you could pretty much see the writing on the wall. Their performance was lackluster at best.
Yeah, and they didn't get, blown out in that game, but it felt deflating, and it felt like they got crushed. They could not get anything going, no matter who they had out on the court.
And now we get a moment to see the numbers for the kid. 7th in rebounding, and he's also ranked in the top 10 in blocks per game. No trespassing when he's in the lane.
And talk about being top 10 in steals. I love his jumping the passing lanes and then stealing away your dribble. Now here's Lee. 23 points for him the last game against Miami.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
And Wiggins' game continues to evolve. You saw that right there. Good eye movement, found the shooter.
Here's White after the Heat pick up 2. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. White's got his second bucket.
One of the more skilled offensive players that is on the floor here tonight. Not an easy fella to hold in check.
And counting, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
Well, the pick didn't exactly neutralize the defender, but good concentration on the finish to still get the basket.
Miami shooting their third free throw attempt of the game.
Now at the line, number 4, 1.
And they now lead as the free throw drops for him. And here's White. He'll bring it up for Chicago. The Heat beat them last time when these two teams met down in South Florida.
Well, I mean, they lost their last matchup with this team, and foul trouble really plagued them throughout the game.
And they had a few important guys sitting there on the bench at a time when they really could have used them on the floor. They have to play much more in control here tonight.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
For three, hits the three-point bomb. White's got his third bucket of the night. Well, it was Miami winning their last game against the Bulls.
Yeah, let's give a shout-out to their defense in that one. The intensity, the shot blocking, just a dominant performance.
Yeah, last game was pretty impressive stuff on that end of the floor, just getting up near shooters and blocking as many shots as they did.
That's a two from Lee, and it's AI with the rebound.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Here's the kid following the basket by Bam Adebayo. Here's the kid. 14 points from him the last game against the Heat in Miami.
And he also positioned himself perfectly to grab all those rebounds, guys. Can't forget about the fundamentals.
Guys back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire way.
Here's the captain. Lays it up off the glass. The captain's got 7 points.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Chicago calls timeout.
And coaches looking to seize every advantage, maximize every possession.
Got to feel good as a coach if you make all those adjustments. Pull the right strings. That's what they love to do.
Changes for Chicago. Money's checked in for the kid. Dosunmu comes in for Lee. And Ball subbed in for White. Here's Andrews. 23 points for him the last game against Miami.
Defensive mindset tonight was huge. He was a real pest coming up with all those steals and had great activity.
And here are the Heat now. The Bulls getting the bucket. He takes it in. Here's the captain. Up and in for the basket. Number 4. That makes him 4 for 5 now.
Well, they're trying to take command of this game, but it's been competitive so far.
Yeah, everybody trying to get away from one another, and the threads are keeping them close. This has been highly competitive.
Now, here's Ball. And the basket by Money.
You see right there, that is why everybody is still very high on Lonzo Ball. Has a sixth sense for when to dish it.
The pass to AI. And AI throws it down. He talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Now, here's Ball. Still scoreless. Andrews, no good. To the middle. The captain with the bucket. The Heat lead by 3.
How about 5 of 6 to start? Looks like he brought his A game.
Pass to Andrews. Puts it up. It's hauled in by the Heat. Floats it up for AI, and it's blocked. Hero against Ball. Here's Andrews. 8 points for him.
Making the most of the screen. That's how it's done.
And it's in the perfect spot, Greg. Frees him up to get all the way to the bucket.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
The captain hits the outside fadeaway. The captain's got 13 points.
Somebody came to play tonight. 6 out of his first 7.
Here's Andrews. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
Not just the accuracy in the quarter, it's his movement and the energy that's getting him on this nice roll.
And the first time out of the game called for the Heat.
Get loud. Here comes the T-shirt. Substitution on the court.
A moment here now to see the numbers for him. .133 left to play in the first quarter. Here's the captain. 13 points in the game.
Man, I thought he was making that in so close. That's some aggressive defense.
Here's Dosunmu. Jaquez with the rebound.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously. Well, that's a shot they want just about on every possession if they can get it. He doesn't make them all, but still very much a high percentage look.
The Heat with the lead. And it's blocked. And it's out of bounds. The Heat able to retain possession here. .52 seconds left in the first quarter. Here's Rozier. The rebound by Dosunmu. Chicago's gone 4-6 from long range here early on. With the drive. That's in. He's got 2 made now, and he's shooting 2 for 3. You talked about a back-and-forth game. This is the definition.
You have to love these kinds of games, scoring-wise, keeping everybody on their toes.
Here's the captain. He's someone who's a factor on any given night, averaging more than 22 points a game. Tries yet again, and Adebayo with a nice bucket inside. Adebayo's got his 3rd basket of the night right there. Here's Andrews. 12 points for him. The 3. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. Plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Heat lead by 1. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena. this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Heat?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
Working the offensive glass that sometimes comes from predictable shots from your offense, and they've been opportunistic here.
And the NBA looking to reduce the amount of carrying recently. Seems like GA ball handlers had to adjust.
You know, guards can get away with a lot these days, and it's hard for players and refs to make that adjustment. Ultimately, things need to be kept in check.
We've got Tyler Hero, also Mitchell out there, and it's Jaquez in at the 3, the small forward. So that's who Miami starts the second with. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. The Miami Heat have battled to deep playoff runs in recent years, and they find the strength in each other to keep fighting. Bam Adebayo says, we depend on each other. Every once in a while, we'll be like, dog, I need to lean on you tonight. And that's what being a team is all about. Having those teammates to lean on, you're down. Kevin?
Great approach. David, thank you. Here's Lee after Tyler Hero's bucket. Lee. Jaquez with the rebound.
He's so good at getting to the rim. Maybe tries to get a little bit too cute with that one. I thought he'd lay it straight up and in.
Here's Jaquez. He had 19 points in the win against Chicago.
He's passing another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. White, wide open, he fired. And the Bulls with another miss.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Kicks it to Lee. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
That's going to be a big morale booster.
And you know what? It could come down to those second chance buckets when it's all said and done today.
Well, especially in a close game, every possession matters.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
First team.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Heat.
They are committed to running the floor in this one, relying on their speed to get a lot of points off the fast break.
When you make the most of second chance opportunities and you're in there and active, where that can really put a lot of pressure on the defense.
Free throw good. AI. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. Chicago's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Here's Lee. It's blocked. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. And AI with the basket on the assist from Hero. AI's got the lead up to 4 now for Miami. For Chicago, they've gone 3 of 7 shooting the ball here in the second quarter. And here is Dosunmu. 14 points from him the last game against the Heat in Miami.
You can't forget about all those well-timed swipes either. His timing on the defensive end was simply sublime.
And he gets the bucket.
Can't talk enough about the subtleties in that setup right there. The assist, really the key to that entire sequence.
On the wing, Mitchell. Light covering. Ball's knocked loose. Passes it to Money. Pull up Jay. And it's Miami with the rebound.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And AI gets it to go.
Sweet to be a difference maker in the game, and he's been a great option for them on these possessions.
Here's Lee. The Heat getting the bucket. And it's in there. Lee's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Yeah, you got to get up tighter than that. Some players you can give that much room to, but not him.
Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. And it's blocked. And they're able to recover. Jovic, no good.
and the effort never stops with him. No easy shots when he's on the floor.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Chicago.
How about the ferocity we have seen from them on defense? I mean, they're looking to contest every shot that goes up.
They've also done a great job of taking turnovers and producing out of that, working really hard that they're not wasting extra chances that they're creating.
Whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Already a lot of talk about who's going to take part in the three-point contest this season, and here's a look at the players most likely to make it.
And so many great shooters in the NBA these days, and these guys, quite frankly, the best of the best. I wouldn't be surprised if we see a scoring record broken in this year's competition.
You take a look at Hero, and it's him all alone atop the voting. It's pretty much a done deal that he'll be showing off his long-range skills in the three-point contest.
Yep, and he's going to be scary to have to go up against if he's on that day. Nobody can shoot it like he can when he gets in a groove.
And as the votes keep pouring in, we'll keep you updated on any changes to that list. It looks like we're going to have quite a group.
Man, you talk about the ultimate marksman's list here, Kevin. Maybe this will be the year somebody gets that perfect score.
Here's Lee, connects on the 9-footer. Lee's got 9 points in the quarter. The Heat trail by 3. Now Mitchell. Scoreless thus far. AI outside. And they get it. And he sinks the layup.
Yeah, that's the third bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
White looking around. Lee outside. Throws it up high. Rebound by the Heat. AI's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Driving the lane. And Jovic gets it to go. Jovic has got his second basket of the night. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Now here's Lee. He's got 12. Tries it from 9. That one a little long. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. Lee's got 14.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Mitchell passes to Jovic, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Now here's Lee. He's got 14, and the shot goes down. He's got 16.
Yeah, that first quarter was a bit shaky. Good to see a player who doesn't let a slow start get to him.
Feeds to AI. Pass to Jaquez. Eight feet away. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. Free throw good. AI. And both free throws good for AI.
Well, it's interesting to watch him because he's putting his body on the line to get to the line. We didn't see this during the first quarter, but he's making up for it here.
Wiggins is checked in for the Heat. The captain comes in for Davion Mitchell, then for the Bulls. Vucevic checked in for Money. Kevin Huerter comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Skinny in for White. Wiggins passes to the captain. The jump hook, that falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. And that's 15 points for the captain.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now the pass to Andrews. Here's Lee. A floater. Good ball movement here by the Bulls. Shot clock at 5. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. And it's the Heat with the ball. Here's the captain. He's got 15. No good on the 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Huerter. Now Lee. Banked in off the glass. Lee's got 20.
And this has just been back and forth all game.
Here's the captain. Passes it to Jovic. On the wing, Wiggins. Out to AI. 6 to shoot. Wiggins passes to the captain. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. The captain's got 18 points in the game.
And they're right around 50% for the game on their threes, and they've only gotten better as the game's gone on.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over. Adebayo's checked in. And now to our rookie leader for a look at this month's steal leaders among the young guys. Well, you look at the captain, always dangerous on the court. He leads the league. And, of course, lights out. One spot ahead of him. He's another guy who can pick your pocket.
The stretch that these two youngsters have had defensively has been great. I mean, they're like pests. And I mean that in a good way.
Now here's Huerter. He has yet to score. And Lee with the stuff.
You got to keep the ball moving, and that time Huerter's pass leads to an open look.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Miami's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. The captain passes to AI. Hero on the wing. Pass to the captain. Second chance effort. It's tipped. Blocks it again. Huerter on the wing. And the pass to Dean. On the wing, Lee. Shoots over Hero. And the Bulls tack on 2 more. Miami's gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the three ball here. Here's the captain. 18 points for him. Got a piece of it. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. And here's the upcoming schedule for the Heat. On Monday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. And then on Wednesday, they'll tip off a road trip starting in Orlando and going up against the Magic.
And that matchup against the Sixers, that's going to be one where it would take a lot of errors and maybe a cold shooting night for things to go wrong. They just have that much of an advantage over that team.
Here's Wiggins. Count that one.
And Wiggins showing a bit of strength, even with that frame of his, able to take the punishment and still get the score.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
Third personal foul. Third team foul. Now at the line, Andrew Wiggins. 1.
As steady as Wiggins is across the board, it's his free throw percentage over the years hasn't reflected really how good a shooter he is.
Down low, Herter shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul.
Way to attack there and initiate the contact.
Bulls shooting their first free throws of this game.
Kevin Herter. 2.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
Already impressing at a young age, Kevin Herter's dead-eye accuracy from deep, combined with being a fearless competitor going inside. That's going to pay some dividends throughout his career.
And Herter drops them both. Miami trailing. Here's the captain. He's got 18. And again, Miami with the triple.
And this is tough to stop if you're the defense. They have just gotten locked in from three-point range this quarter.
Pass to Andrews. Herter on the wing. Shoots over Hero. Gets it to fall. The bucket from Herter. Herter's got it all tied up now for Chicago. Kicks it to Wiggins. Here's the captain. Chicago grabs the miss.
Well, maybe not the best shot against that kind of defense, but he still has the ability to knock that kind of shot down.
Herter passes to Vucevic. And it's good for 2. Vucevic has got his second basket.
Certainly, Nikola can hit threes, but come on. He's a 7-footer with touch. Those inside shots, they work too.
And it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Hero. .58 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Andrews. And Nikola Vucevic is going to pick up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Third team foul.
Miami's gone 5 of 9 when they put up the three-point shot tonight. Vucevic with the block. And they'll keep possession. Gets it to go. That one good from Adebayo. Chicago has gone 6 of 11 when they've taken the three-point shot tonight. Very respectable. And that one's good. Andrews. Skinny's got 14 points for the game.
And that's a great piece of work to get to the hoop there. Just tore the D to shreds.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Hero from long range. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 6th assist on the night. And it's Lee penetrating. An easy 2 points on the layup. Lee's got 26 points. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
This one for 3. The shot will not fall.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Bulls out front, leading by just 1. It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Billy. I heard you tell the guys to take it to them and play with more physicality offensively. What did you mean?
Well, just I think when we're getting the ball inside around the basket, at times we got to go up a little bit stronger and play through the contact and go to the rim.
Tough sledding in there, but you got to get there. Thanks, Coach. Appreciate it. Back to you.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. They did lead by as many as 7 points in the first period. They gained a little ground there in the second quarter. And Kenny, what did you think about what you saw from Chicago?
Efficiency. You know, I think that's big. That's a key to success. You got to protect the basketball. You can't make those risky passes that lead to highlight film dunks. So I thought it was a great job.
And Shaq, your thoughts on the Heat?
It's the work they've done in the paint that's impressed me the most. A lot of their points have come from the inside. They need to keep that production in the post coming in the second half.
And that's going to do it for us here. The second half of action is coming your way.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. What can you say? Lee, an impressive effort here today.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Taking a look at the Bulls. We've got Lee. Skinny is out there with White. Then it's the kid, and it's Vucevic in its center.
And for a big man, Vucevic is pretty efficient at the line. Really has a complete game.
Team foul.
This is his first free throw of the game.
Gotta admire what he's been able to do at the free throw line this season. How about over 90%?
First free throw is good.
And one of the most underrated bigs in the NBA. Vucevic quietly dominates on a consistent basis.
And both free throws good for Vucevic.
Well, a big fella with the ability and confidence at the free throw line is something that every team wants. Don't have to make those late substitutions. Keep your big guys on the floor.
Outside, Hero. 16 feet away, and he hits the jump shot. Hero's got 15.
Hero can beat his opponents from all over the floor. He can get that shot off so quick.
Here's Andrews. Shot number 12 goes in. He's made 7 of 12 now.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Vucevic with the block. Lee dishes to White. Pass to Andrews. Back to White. Pass to Andrews. Stolen. Here's AI. Rebound by the Bulls. Lee's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Power down the jam.
And that kind of sums up how this game is going.
Attack-minded all the way.
Yeah, great read. Calls his own number and then sends it home.
Here's the captain. He's got 21. And it's Wiggins with the jam.
I think there were some toughness questions around Andrew Wiggins. Not anymore. This guy has become a pretty gritty player.
Andrews passes to Vucevic. Great D that time from Adebayo.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough.
For Chicago, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half.
And the importance of Adebayo to this team cannot be overstated.
Well, what they rely on most, Greg, we know, is the defensive impact he's going to make. So selfless down there to throw his body around, block shots, get out and guard pick and rolls. And he does it so consistently for this squad. It gives them a chance to win every night because Bam's willing to do the dirty work.
Inside, and Lee with the stuff.
That's a stomach punch, guys. Turn it over and give him a free run to the bucket.
Oh, you're so right. No question who has the momentum now.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Miami with the ball. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago.
The chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Lee outside. Got a piece of it. Now, Hero. Tight defense on him. The captain passes to AI. For the lead. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. Bulls have gone 3 of 6 in the third quarter. 50% from the field. And stolen by Wiggins. The pass to the captain. Just over 3.5 minutes through the third quarter of play now. Wiggins against Lee. Just 5 on the clock. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's the aggressive part of Andrew Wiggins coming out of him, forcing the defender that time to get his hand in there.
The Heat have gone a perfect 7 of 7 from the line tonight.
Shooting 2.
No good on that one. And he can't hit the second. The Bulls with the lead. It's White on the wing. Shoots over Hero. White, good. White's got 9.
And what stands out to me about White, he's confident but resourceful. He's going to find a way to help you win.
And a wide open look for Hero. And again, it's the Heat missing.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Tyler Hero. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
And a moment now to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Bulls.
The mid-range game has been there for them all game long, and that old-school approach still getting it done in this one.
We probably have to touch on as well that tonight their penetration has been awesome. I mean, they put force on this game, attacking off the bounce, and the willingness to do that has paid off.
The first one falls.
The athleticism and blinding speed White possesses is impressive. This guy plays with a lot of moxie.
Dosunmu, he's checked in for Chicago. That one falls, so he hits both of them. The Heat trail by 5. Here's the captain. He's got 21. Driving in. And that one, good. The captain's got 23 points.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
Time called here. The Bulls decide to talk it over.
Well, whether things are good, bad, or indifferent, coaches will have adjustments to make throughout the course of the game.
Yeah, not just there to pump up or to discipline players. You got to make sure that the coach makes the proper adjustments and has his team in the right mindset to carry it out.
Some of the stats for White. Averaging about 19 points, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. And it says a lot that when we see numbers like this from him, we aren't even shocked. He's that good.
Yeah, we really have just grown to get used to his greatness, and that's the level for him that he's on right now.
Outside, Hero throws down the breakaway jam.
And Bam initiating all of that, igniting the fast break with his defensive awareness.
Lee left side. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Team foul.
The Bulls have been perfect so far from the free throw line, 6 for 6. And the first one at the line is good. And the Heat with some changes. Highsmith is checked in. And it's Rozier in for Hero. And both free throws good for Lee.
And they're doing a better job of working themselves to the line here in the second half.
Pass to Highsmith. Driving the lane. The captain, no good.
How about the timing he shows there to challenge that shot?
Yeah, not easy to do there, and that's a guy that you can tell takes every possession defensively very seriously.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Rozier for 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Lee's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Over Adebayo. A putback D. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Bulls lead by 7.
Yeah, and how How about the stick-to-itiveness on that possession? Stayed with it, didn't give up until the ball was in the basket.
And he banks in the layup. The Captains got 25 points in the game.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Lee outside. Over Wiggins. No good from Lee.
When you are wrapped up that tightly in the mid-range, you are better off just moving the ball.
Yeah, that's one where you hope if he gets in there the next time, he makes a different choice.
Here's the captain. 25 points in the game. Clock at 6. Rozier for 3. Drills the three-pointer. And now just a 2-point Chicago lead.
And over the course of his career, Rozier has really improved his three-point numbers. That off-season work on the jumper has paid off big time.
Now here's Dosunmu. He has 7. Here's Lee. Knocks down the 10-footer. Lee's got 32 points.
Strong work for him at the offensive end, helping them to maintain that lead.
Here's the captain. Passes it to Adebayo. Oh, that's blocked. White against Rozier. Here's Andrews. He's got 18. Here's Lee. Nice follow through on the fadeaway. And it's a 6-point Chicago lead.
And sometimes you just can't get around your defender there. You got to hit him with that high top fade.
And the Heat call time here. Lee really making a difference here.
And he's been taking it to the rack all game, and they haven't been able to contain him. They have to put up better fight on the inside.
And we've got a quick moment now to take a look at the long-term rebounding numbers over several seasons for Nikola Vucevic.
It's a concerning trend for him. Whether he's lost some strength or just isn't putting in as much effort on the glass as he used to, he's not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. And that's something that needs to change.
And the pressure he put on that shot forced the miscue.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
And again, it's the Heat missing.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
We always see Terry Rozier going all out, don't we, Greg, to make an impact offensively.
Kevin, I just love the way his offensive repertoire has evolved over the years. This guy came in as just a hard-nosed, tough defender, but boy, offensively, his skill set and development on that end is off the charts.
And that one's good. Andrews.
And the D just a step slow, reacting to the step back.
Here's the captain. 25 points in the game. Rozier, the pass to Wiggins. Tries from 10. And it's wide right. It's off the rim.
The defense did a really good job of choking off the middle there once he got inside. Oh, what a pass. And then he lays it in with the circus move.
So smooth. Here's the captain. Driving inside. Steps back and drains the jump shot. The captain's got 6 here in this quarter.
Now, he's not the reason that they're trailing in this one. He's been on his game. It's a few of the other guys that need to pick it up.
Rebound by the Kid. The Kid's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him. Lee Highsmith grabs the miss.
And that's how you want to see defense played. Got right up in his face to bother the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Over in the corner, Rozier buries the long-range jumper. Rozier's got a pair of threes now here in the third for Miami.
Never shy about shooting the rock. We've seen Rozier go off in the playoffs before. He loves the limelight.
Here's Andrews. 20 points for him. And that's a foul called on Bam Adebayo. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Heat going with the whole new group on the floor. And Chicago also making a switch. Money's checked in for Lee. And it's White, top of the key. Out to the right wing. Over to the left wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Andrews. Kept alive. Here's Dean. That's tipped. We have the break in the action. Let's show you the teams that have been making their opponents work especially hard over the past 10 games. Number 1, the Heat. The Bulls in second.
Great teamwork and great schemes at both ends of the floor. You're seeing that from each of these clubs, and this is what defense is all about.
First one falls for him. Chicago making a switch here. Vucevic is checked in. That's also good, so he hits both free throws. And here's Hero. He'll bring it up for the Heat. 7-point differential. Mitchell outside. Here's Jovic. He's got 7. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hackett. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Vucevic has got his 5th rebound right now in the game.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Here's Andrews, and the points coming for him in big bunches. His average stands at just about 29.5 points a game.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
He's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
And it's the Heat with the ball. The Bulls knocking down the 3. Pass to Jaquez. Back to Hero. The 3. Nailed from three-point land. Hero's got 7 points for the quarter.
Is it possible his sweet touch is getting sweeter, guys?
And there's the pass to Andrews. And there's the big-time jam. He slams it right over Mitchell.
Well, White has quickly developed great floor vision. Doesn't miss the wide-open man.
And great camera work showing up on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Hackett to the inside. And Jovic gets it to go. Jovic has got 9 points.
And so far going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. They retain possession. Down low. Pass to Hackett. Outside, Hero. Pulls it up. Again, the Heat, good for 2.
You feel like Hero has flipped the switch to start being more aggressive offensively.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Bulls lead by 5. We'll be back shortly live from Miami Arena.
105.
While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
Coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Hero out there with Mitchell. Then it's AI. And it's Jovic in a power forward. That's the group in the game for the Heat.
And sometimes as a point guard, you got to take things into your own hand.
Yeah, right. It's okay to be selfish when you have a chance like that.
Well, if he's calling his own number, there's a reason for it. They respect the decision-making from him out there.
Here's Dosunmu. After the basket by Davion Mitchell. Here's White. And it's Miami with the rebound. Jovic passes to Jaquez. To the right side. AI. And it's White with the rebound. White's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Passes to Andrews. Count the basket. Skinny's got 24 points.
Really hard to count how many of their possessions have ended just like that one, with one of his shots falling.
In a crucial moment, too. He's been doing that all night. No one's come close to stopping him.
Now, here's AI. Pass to Jaquez. Shoots over Vucevic. The offensive rebound. Here's AI. Yes, indeed, it is good. He's now 8 for 14.
He seems to be in the right place at the right time more often than anybody that's on the court here tonight. We see that pay off.
Vucevic down low. Working on AI. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. Here's Andrews. Again, Chicago.
If you came to watch a scoring battle, you're in the right place.
Yeah, both of these teams locked in on the offensive end. Going to be a high-scoring affair tonight.
Now, here's Mitchell. Hero with it. It's blocked. Here's Money. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Team foul. Shooting for Chicago, number 14, 2.
And he makes the first. Both teams will make substitutions. Both shots good from the stripe. We're in the 4th quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Rozier looking around to the left side wing. Here's Jaquez, covered by Lee, and there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
And the power of Adebayo. Get off me.
Bam Adebayo.
Shooting 2.
Free throw good. Adebayo.
Hard to tell coming out of college what it was that Bam Adebayo was going to hang his hat on offensively. But for sure, you knew relentless effort was going to be part of his game.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Ball, the pass to Lee. Quick shot there, and it's off target.
And that's how you want to see defense play. Got right up in his face to bobble the shot.
That's going to make any scorer uncomfortable when you get that aggressive.
Now, here's Rozier. Fade away. Rebound by the Kid. The Kid's got 13 rebounds in the game. Class eating. And the pass to Money. Here's the three. And another miss by Chicago.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
And it's denied. From downtown, it's hauled in by Bam Adebayo.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Knocked loose. Lee with the steal. Over to the wing. Here's Money. He kicks it to Ball. They get a hand on it. Pass to Lee. 6 to shoot. Dean passes the Ball. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Jacks up a three. Drains it from beyond the arc. Highsmith's got himself on the board with 3 there.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
Yeah, the defender all over.
At the line for the Bulls, number 14.
First free throw is good. Kevin Huerter, he's checked in for the Bulls. So he gets them both. The Heat trail by 4. Rozier the pass to the captain. The 11-footer. That shot misses. Excellent D there from Ball. Here's Lee.
Oh, yes, sir. Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark. Here's Adebayo. The Bulls getting the bucket. Yep, it counts.
Just a lot of force coming from Bam. That time he takes the hit and is still focused enough to score.
Now, here's Ball. Lee outside. High post shot. It's good. The assist that time from Ball. Lee's got 40 points. The Heat have gone 4 of 10 here in the final period. Not the time to go cold. Here's the captain. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
That's an excellent play call to free him up from the defense.
Well, taking advantage of that opportunity, it does not get any more high percentage than that one.
Now, here's Ball. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. Ball's got his first basket.
Alonzo with a nice shake right there as his handles opened up that dribble move.
Here's Rozier. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
And you don't want to allow too many of those short ones with the game right now in the balance.
Ball feeling it out a bit. Going inside. Money passes to Dean. The Bulls need to get a shot off here. Shot clock at 2. It's good from long range. Lee's got 43 points.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
And the Heat call time here. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor. And these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And now, let's take a look at the New Balance Player of the Game. Lights out.
Hey, guys, no doubt who our pick is going to be. He's made everyone else on the court look like they're playing at half speed. It's been total domination, and you can't help but just sit back and admire that performance.
He's really seemed to feed off the hostile environment he's been faced with tonight. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Thanks, guys. I was able to hear Eric Spoelstra coaching the team during the break. He told his players, I need you to play smarter out there. You're in a rush right now, and that's why we're behind. Slow things down. Run our plays. We'll see if that tempo shifts at all. Back to you guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated. Here's the captain. Here's Wiggins. That one rolling around and rims out.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Passes it to Andrews from deep three-point land. And it's AI with the rebound. AI's got rebound number 8 now on the night.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Takes it inside. Here's Dosunmu. Draws contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Seems to be nobody standing in his way. No roadblocks for him to get to his spot, capitalize, and continue to be aggressive.
The free throw drops for Dosunmu. The Heat trail by 10. Right wing. Here's AI. A beautiful reverse layup. AI's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And the combination of his quickness and soft touch around the rim really allows him to pull off shots like that. A lot of players don't have the reverse in their arsenal.
You can't get that one. Great D that time from Adebayo. Pass to the captain. The shot. That falls. Nice feed that time from Wiggins. Wiggins has got his 7th assist here tonight. Poked away. To the middle. And it will go. And the Bulls lead is cut down now to just 4 in the basket from AI.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Here's Andrews. Here's the pass to Dean. From down in the low post, it goes. And the Bulls lead by 6.
Well, that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And Adebayo throws it down.
Bam stepping up and making a huge play for his team that time.
Chicago calls timeout.
Chicago timeout call. Coming out on the court, your Miami Heat dancers.
Vucevic checked in for Dosunmu.
Nikola Vucevic.
Miami on defense, trailing by 4. Right the pass to Andrews. Oh, Vucevic in position. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there.
Ball violation. That's a jump ball. Salto.
And here are the Heat now. And good that time.
A load inside. Vooch knows how to use that size to get where he wants.
Here's the captain. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And great intensity here down the stretch. He's not one to shrink in the moment.
Take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
One shot.
He is absolutely the guy you want at the line in that situation. It just shows you how much he loves these moments.
Here's Andrews. Pass to Lee. Puts up a deep 3. Good on the triple. Lee's got 46 points.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Here's the captain. Rebound by the Bulls. Vucevic has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Over in the corner, Lee. Andrews passes to Lee. Shoots over Hero, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
Got a little fancy with the fadeaway on that one.
And there's the drive. And it goes down 2 points. That's 36 points for the captain.
Now that's a great move to get to the hoop. Awesome finger roll.
Lee passes to Vucevic. Outside White. Here's Andrews. Steps back and fires. And it's AI with the rebound. Passes to Hero. 1:12 left in the game. The captain, no good. Chicago leading by 6. Pass to Lee. Wiggins with the rebound.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
Completely lost focus. You can't get 2 steps ahead.
Hero, no good. Chicago's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. And lead with the stop. And that is the kind of big-time shot that can really deflate a crowd.
And did he ever do that? Sound level right now, 0 in this arena.
Timeout called the Heat. They're trailing by 8. There's 48 seconds left to play in the final quarter.
For your Heat dancers.
There's 48 seconds left in the fourth quarter, and yes, it's good.
And there is some intelligence behind the passing of Adebayo. Not flashy, but making smart ones.
And that's an intentional foul.
Third personal foul. Team foul number 4.
43 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Andrews. And he commits the intentional foul.
Number 4. Second personal foul. Penalty. Shooting for Chicago. Andrews. 2.
First free throw is good, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. 34 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the captain. Here's the drive. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul. He will sit for the rest of this game.
Number 4.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
So the first one drops, and that narrows the gap to 7. He's perfect from the line this time. It's going by Adebayo. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
That kind of looks like a predictable shot, one that they want. The defense has to prevent the ball from getting into that sweet spot.
Team is in the penalty. At the line for the Bulls, Blue 2.
Good on the first, and that puts them up by 5. Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Free throws always a little bit sweeter when they can add to your lead.
Now a timeout called by Miami. They're behind by 6. There's 25 seconds left in the fourth.
For the fastest dance team in the NBA, your Miami Heat Dancers.
Here's AI. Off the inbound, no good. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
At the line for the Bulls, Andrews, 2.
So the first one drops, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so both free throws are good, and it's an 8-point game. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's the captain. That three off the mark.
Didn't hesitate for a second to get a hand up on that deep ball.
Yeah, you got to like how he hustled to guard out on the perimeter, definitely respecting the shooting ability.
And so it's Chicago winning this one. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time GA this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Brett Berry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our 2K Sports crew. So long, everyone.